Hey y'all! So, it's been a while. Once again, I just got really swamped with stuff this semester. Like I've mentioned before, I am currently in the process of applying to grad schools, and I just got my first round of applications in, so I'm freed up a little bit, but the past couple months have been crazy, hectic, busy. But even though I haven't been reading very much, I've really been missing making videos, so I wanted to go ahead and make kind of a general update video, talk about my reading plans for the rest of the year, and talk about my reading challenges for 2015. So like I said, over the past couple months, I haven't been doing a lot of reading because of how busy I've been, but I have actually gotten a lot of reading done over the past week because of flights back and forth between home and school. And I also plan to get a lot of reading done once my semester calms down a little bit and once I hit winter break. So even though I didn't finish any books in the month of November, I did want to go ahead and tell you what I'm currently reading and talk about what I plan to read for the rest of the year. So the book that I am currently reading is Winter by Marissa Meyer, which is the fourth and final book in the Lunar Chronicles. I picked this up right before leaving for Thanksgiving break, and I read it on my flights home and my flights back, and I'm currently on chapter 80, which is page 673, so I'm getting very close to the end. So far, I'm really loving it, and I can't wait to see how the series concludes, so I hope to finish it sometime this week or this weekend. And then as far as my reading plans for the rest of the year, I really want to focus on completing/catching up on all of the series that I'm currently in the middle of that I own. Because not only do I want to finish the year by completing and catching up on some series, but also some of these books are ones that I've just been really meaning to get to for a while, and this is a good excuse to get to all of them in one fell swoop. So of these books, there are two that are super high priority, the first of which is The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon, which is the sequel to The Bone Season. I read The Bone Season a little bit over a year ago, and I absolutely loved it and was eagerly anticipating The Mime Order's release in January 2015, and then The Mime Order came out in January 2015, and I bought it, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. But now that it's kind of the same time of year that I read The Bone Season, I'm really in the mood for it, and I really want to catch up to the series because I loved The Bone Season so much, and I really want to find out what happens in The Mime Order. And the other super high priority book is Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray, which is the sequel to The Diviners. I read The Diviners last October as part of my creepy reads, and once again, I was eagerly anticipating its sequel, which came out in August of 2015, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. It's not that I haven't been in the mood, I've really been wanting to get to it. It's just I've been in the middle of so many other things and I've hit a bit of a reading slump and I just haven't gotten to it yet. But once again, I am really in the mood for it and I really want to read this by the end of the year. The next one that I really want to read is Saga Volume 3 by Brian K. Vaughan, illustrated by Fiona Staples. Now there are two more volumes after this one that are already out that I would need to read to catch up to the series, but I don't really want to buy any more books or comic series right now just because I have so many that I haven't read. So I'm going to catch up by reading this one, which is the last one that I own, and then in a little while I will end up buying 4 and 5 and reading those, just not yet catching up with the ones I own. And then finally, the last ones that I really want to complete by the end of the year are books 2 and 3 in the Chaos Walking Trilogy by Patrick Ness. I read book 1, The Knife of Never Letting Go, back in August and September, and ever since these have just kind of been sitting on my shelves waiting for me to finally pick them up, and it is time. I really want to finish this trilogy by the end of the year. Now, given how much I've been wanting to read lately and how much free time I'm going to have in a couple weeks, I thought about adding more books to this list because I really think that I'm going to get through all of those for once. But I think I'm gonna stop it there because I don't know what I'm gonna be in the mood for once I finish all of those books. There are definitely several books that I've been eyeing and that I could totally see myself picking up once I finish those books, but I really don't want to limit myself with what I can read after I finish those because I've been in such a bad reading slump lately and I just kind of want to read whatever I'm in the mood for. Which brings me to my reading challenges. Like I did last month, I'm not doing them, and I know that it's the end of the year and that means that I'm going to fail my TBR jar challenge, but honestly, I don't care at this point. Because the point is just to read stuff, and if I'm going to limit myself to stuff that fit the challenges, I'm probably not going to be reading very much. So honestly, I just want to read whatever I want to read, and when the new year comes around, I may or may not start some new challenges. Even though I'm not doing it this month, I definitely plan to continue doing the book stack challenge in the future, It's just not something I want to do right now. I will probably restart it once January rolls around. Not sure I can say the same thing for the TBR jar challenge, but I really like challenges and I will probably end up coming up with something to do for the new year. That being said though, right now I'm just focusing on actually reading things and reading things that I want to read because I just haven't been reading that much lately. And honestly, when picking books to take with me over my Thanksgiving break, I really just thought about what book I really wanted to read at that point in time. And it was winter, and that worked out really well because I'm almost 700 pages into it at this point. So for now, I'm just going to focus on reading whatever I feel like reading, and hopefully that will get me out of this reading slump because I do definitely want to read a lot more than I am currently reading. So that is it for this short little update video. Hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more videos from me in the very near future once I finally have time to make some and to get back to reading. So hopefully I will be making videos very, very soon. As always, I will leave links down in the description to my blog, Twitter, and Goodreads. Please add me as a friend on Goodreads. I would love to be friends with all of you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Also, look what clumsy Kristen did over break. Accidentally cut her forehead on the shower door. Quality.